Oops. Roczen to RCH, Peick and Barcia to JGR, Dean Wilson to Red Bull KTM. What is going on? We're about to discuss it all right here on the Your Cool Media Shred It Edit. What's going on, guys? This is the inaugural Your Cool Media Shred It Edit. Cool name, right? Anyway, this is going to be a whenever I have time to do it kind of thing, and just going to talk about the latest happenings in the motocross industry, and I think it'll be really fun. Anyway, today I'm talking about silly season rumors, and some of them are pretty, I would bet money on them happening, some of them not so much, so let's get into it. The first and biggest move is Ken Roczen leaving Red Bull KTM after winning the 450 Motocross National Championship and going to the RCH Suzuki team. It's 99% sure that's happening. I mean, it's not even 99% sure, it's 100% sure. Actually, this is funny. I was in Houston for the Supercross, back in like April, I guess, and Roczen and the RCH team and the Red Bull KTM team were in the same hotel as us, and I saw Roczen in the lobby talking to the RCH guys at breakfast before the Supercross, and they're definitely pretty friendly, and that was when I first got my like, oh yeah, that's definitely happening. Taking Roczen's spot at Red Bull KTM is Dean Wilson, which again, that is happening. That's 100% done. Dean Wilson will be riding a 450 with Red Bull KTM as Ryan Dungey's teammate. I think Dean will do pretty well. I see his first real 450 year in Supercross. I don't think it's going to be a runaway hit. I could see him getting a podium here and there, being a consistent 7 to 4, 4 to 7-ish guy. I mean, those couple races that he did on Chad Reed's Discount Tire 22 Kawasaki, he qualified fantastic. He was pole position twice. Well, the main events didn't go too well. So we'll see if Dino gets the kinks worked out and puts in a successful rookie year in the 450 class. Roczen going to RCH, it's like, why are you leaving? You won... You almost won Super... I mean, I guess he didn't almost win Supercross. He kind of faded a little bit at the end, but he won at least 2 races in Supercross? Maybe just one, I don't know. I feel like I should have my facts straight, but anyway. Roczen killed it this year. Absolutely killed it. Phenomenal first year on the 450, and he has to be the hottest property. He has the most potential in the next 5 years out of anybody that I can think of. And not only that, he's a really likable kid. Everyone loves him, especially the teenage girls. His Instagram is disgusting to read. But yeah, he's got a ton of potential, and I just don't really understand the move to leave the team that he's had the most success with for a team that has never... Not that RCH is a bad team. I'd take a ride from them in a heartbeat, obviously. They're a fantastic team, but they have not dealt with a top-level guy. And, who knows? I might look like an idiot, and he'll, go 17-0 in Supercross and have a perfect season. But I can't see him doing better on the Suzuki than he did on the KTM. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, and I hope that I am. I mean, I like Roczen, but I like KTM more. Moving on, Weston Peick and Justin Barcia will be on the JGR team next year, which is the angriest team, I think, in the pits. I can't imagine what it's going to be like over there with Weston Peick and Justin Barcia. If both of those guys have bad nights on the same night, someone is going to walk away from that injured. I'm a huge Weston Peick fan. I love seeing a guy come up from being, you know, a borderline main event guy. Even before that, he wasn't even like, I mean, might as well have been me out there on a supercross track. And now the dude got top fives. I mean, that's insane. I could see him getting a podium this year in supercross. Well, this coming season, I could see him getting a podium at a race. I really could. And Justin Barcia, I think he'll have a better year than he did this past year, because it can't really get too much worse, honestly. I think that Justin needed a change in his program, and this might just be exactly what he needed. So, I mean, the Yamahas have a bad rap. A lot of people, you know, like to diss the Yamaha. I've been involved in that myself. I've criticized it. Have I ridden it? No. So I should probably shut up. But I know the motor is insane from every account that I've heard. The Yamaha 450 motor is unbelievable. You know, it's, some people even say it's better than the KTM motor, which I personally have a KTM 450 SXF factory edition, and the motor is ridiculously good. It's not hard to ride at all. I mean, like, I don't even have to shift. It's ridiculous. It just keeps going. Some of the people who I'm a little worried about, Jake Weimer is at the top of that list. I feel really bad for the guy. He just had a terrible year through no fault of his own, I feel like, and just, he really had the best of intentions trying to ride and fulfill his contractual obligations, but he was hurt the whole year, and just, it showed. Like, he had terrible results, and you could tell he was so over it. Like, I remember at the Indiana mud race, I was watching, and he fell and he got up, and I could just see his body language was just like, man, I want to kill myself. That's what it looked like. I mean, he looked so depressed. I don't think he's going to keep his factory ride, but with this next thing that I'm going to talk about, maybe he will. So Ryan Villopoto is going to the GPs. Can you hear that? That's the sound of everybody wondering what is going on. Yeah, this is really weird to me. Why would you do this? I have no clue what his motivation is. I kind of want to assume that it's the Monet, but you know, I'm not inside his head, so I can't speak for him. But yeah, from what I've heard, just on Mathis's Pulp show and all of his shows that he does, all of the 47 different shows that he has, it sounds like he'll be teaming up with Tyler Rattray on the Kawasaki team, I guess CLS Kawasaki. And yeah, one thing I did kind of infer is that maybe Monster Energy wants to pay him the big bucks to come over there and dethrone the Red Bull KTM team. The 250 class is all over the place. Everyone's going everywhere. I've heard so many different rumors. It's incredibly difficult to keep track of. The TLD team switching to KTM, Joey Savacci to Pro Circuit, Zach Osborne leaving the Geico Honda team to go to the Rockstar Husky team, Blake Baggett leaving Pro Circuit to go Lord knows where. Everything under the sun has been a rumor, and I gotta think at least half of them are gonna end up being true. Every silly season there's always a bunch of rumors that end up not being true, but this season, for some reason, I just think a lot of this stuff is actually going to happen. So we'll see, but I definitely put money on Savacci to Pro Circuit, and I'll put money on TLD to KTM. That's done. They're definitely riding KTMs. Anyway, guys, I've said interesting way too many times, and I've probably kept you watching way more than you had hoped. Let me know if there are any things that you'd like for me to discuss on the next Shredded Edit, and I will contemplate them and see if I'm actually going to do it. But this is a lot of work, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. And if you do, feel free to tell your friends about it. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you later. Peace.